Episode 59, The Rise of Data Centers in the AI Economy.
The AI6 Podcast with Joanne Sweeney.
What do ChatGPT, Google Maps, Netflix, and your morning scroll on TikTok all have in common? Well, they live in data centers, the physical engine rooms powering our digital lives, and now the AI revolution. And Ireland is at the heart of that infrastructure. But at what cost? Hello and welcome back to the AI6 Podcast, where I teach you AI for good in just 6 minutes a day. I'm Joanne Sweeney, and in this episode, I'm looking more closely at data centers and why they are the most powerful forces in the AI economy, even greater than humans themselves. Also, why is Ireland so significant when it comes to data centers? What do we have that major tech companies are seeking in terms of building and sustaining their data centers here? Okay, let's get into it. First of all, let's ask the question, why data centers matter in the AI economy? If you're a student of my AI diploma, or if you've been listening to this podcast, you will understand that data centers are the backbone of AI. Every prompt you give ChatGPT, every image it generates, every model update, it all happens in a data center. Without data centers, there is no AI-powered tech. According to McKinsey, the rise of AI has driven exponential demand for computing power and infrastructure. The more advanced the AI, the more storage, cooling, and power it needs. McKinsey says AI-ready capacity is projected to grow at an average rate of 33% annually between 2023 right up to 2030. So, what you've got to remember here on this topic is no data centers, no AI. It's that simple. So why is Ireland a global data hub and a growing one at that? Well, we've become one of the world's top destinations for data center development. Did you know, and I actually didn't know this before researching this podcast, that Ireland is home to 82 data centers in Ireland, with a further 14 under construction and planning approved for 40 more, meaning a 65% growth in the coming years. But data centers currently consume 1/5 of Ireland's electricity and are projected to use 1/3 in the next few years. This definitely has us thinking about how much do we want this AI revolution, and at what cost is it going to come to us if we do not upgrade our energy systems. And why Ireland? Well, it seems that we have a number of strategic advantages. We have a cool, stable climate, which is great for cooling the data centers. We have a highly educated tax workforce. We have a favourable tax and planning conditions. Well, I think this is questionable. And we have strong links with the EU and the US. And again, well, these are in question. Dublin currently has become a European digital capital. Ariston estimates the market will hit 4.22 billion by 2029 with a steady 4% annual growth. And I've linked all of these studies and all of the sources of this data in the blog post associated with the podcast over at publicsectormarketingpros.com. And now let me tell you how data centers power AI. Well, any digital activity that you're undertaking on your smartphone or in any other digital device is processed in the cloud on massive clusters of GPUs running in temperature-controlled warehouses. So those data centers are critical. They support model training, which requires weeks of non-stop computation. They support model deployment, which is delivering responses instantly across the globe into our hands, into our device. And they support data storage, so housing everything from customer queries to massive training sets. AI needs power, data centers deliver it. But let's talk about sustainability and the climate question. Power is coming at a cost. In Ireland, data centres, as I mentioned, consume 21% of the nation's electricity. and that was in 2023, and that's more than all urban households combined. They also use large volumes of water for cooling. In fact, Dublin City Council rejected Google's expansion over fears of energy strain and water impact. So it's not just a tech issue. The AI revolution is a sustainability issue. And so with rapid growth will come rising pressure on our grid, our water, and our communities. This will be a continuing challenge for our politicians, who will no doubt face backlash. So at the end of this podcast episode, the question becomes, can we scale AI responsibly? According to IDA Ireland, data centre companies in Ireland directly employ approximately 16,000 people, with contractor roles bringing the total to 27,000 when including construction and maintenance jobs. They are going to be a strategic pillar of our digital economy. Now it's up to us to make sure that the shift is smart, sustainable and fair, and ultimately up to our politicians and to our policymakers.
The AI6 Podcast with Joanne Sweeney.
If you found this episode useful, please rate and review it. Share this episode with somebody who you think might be interested. And if you want to go deeper, then you can contact me for an in-company workshop or take my AI for Marketers diploma. Don't forget to use the code AI610 for a discount. I'm Joanne Sweeney. This is the AI6 Podcast. I'll talk to you on the next episode.